What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical average American here today to react and learn about 25 ways the United Kingdom totally triumphs over the United States? Am I reading this correctly? Is this possible? Or I'm just kidding, but I mean, this is some strong language. No matter how you interpret this, you know, 25 ways that things the UK does better than the United States. Okay, but 25 ways the UK totally triumphs over the United States. When I read this video title, I was like, I gotta see this, because I think as Americans, it's kind of known that maybe we have this sort of stereotype that's kind of true, where Americans think we're the best at a lot of things. We think that we know how things should be ran, and that we're this global leader, global powerhouse on the world stage. And it's kind of a hit to our ego to admit the truth, that lots of nations all over the world, especially the United Kingdom, for example, does a lot of things better than the United States. So I'm willing to admit that, I guess. Fine. Maybe 25 ways, though. 25? Okay, but seriously, I'm very interested to see, just for my own personal education as an American, 25 areas in which the UK triumphs, dominates, totally stomps America into the dirt. I mean, according to this title, I'm curious. So let's take a look.
I'm Mike with List 25, and here are 25 areas in which the United Kingdom totally triumphs over the United States.
What?
All right, let's get this out of the way. This list is meant to be a joke. I love the US and I love the UK. I'm not trying to start a war. This entire list is meant to be in good humor. So please, don't take offense.
In good humor? Like, but the items on this list are, like, true. Like, 25 things that the UK is better at than America, so he's saying it's in good humor, but I'm assuming it's all, like, true facts as well, right? Maybe he's just saying, like, no need to take offense, and, like, let's all take this in good humor. The fact that there's 25 ways in which the UK totally dominates over America. I'll do my best to let out a hearty chuckle as we're being completely destroyed here. Okay.
25. Displaying actual prices.
Oh.
In most US states, you don't pay the price on the product. You pay the price plus the tax. In Britain, the tax is included.
Okay, I get it now. Yeah. Maybe, like, for one thing, this is absolutely true. And I think that makes this whole thing an easier pill to swallow. That it's like, stuff like this that's very obviously, like, things in the UK that are just make more sense and are better than in America. The prices. The price tags in the UK actually tell you the final price that you're going to pay at the register. And in America, you have no idea. It's a guess. You walk up with your can of soda that costs $1.99. It's a big can of soda. $1.99 in this example. And it's going to be $2 whatever in 14 cents. You never quite know, but we're used to it. There's certainly better ways to do it, clearly.
24. Complaining. Nobody complains better than the British. Nobody.
What? Wait, that's it? That's it? That's the entire number. 24. Complaining. Wait. Okay. I wish they had elaborated a little on that. Like, the way people in the UK complain is, like, more passionate? Or, I know there's, like, sarcasm in the whole British humor thing. Like, complain better. Okay. I don't know. Americans can complain pretty darn good. We're good at being annoying when we complain. Like, getting real loud and annoying. So that's kind of, I don't know. I didn't know this video would sort of go there to a comparison of who complains better. Okay.
23. Documentaries. 2 words. David Attenborough.
Oh, David Attenborough. That's like a narrator for something, right? David, ooh, not David Bowie, but David Attenborough, broadcaster. I just want to be sure yeah, for like nature biologist, English broadcaster. Doesn't he do narrations? Oh, I'm not really sure. Why is he so famous? Writing and presenting in conjunction with the BBC Natural History Unit, 9 natural history documentary series. Yeah. Even I have heard the name David Attenborough before. So, yes. I don't know who like a famous American narrator would even compare for documentaries. We got some famous voices like Morgan Freeman and stuff, Samuel L. Jackson, but I don't know about narrating documentaries. David Attenborough, actually, I'm familiar with that name.
22. Electric plugs. First of all, the voltage is higher. It's 220 versus only 110. But guess what? British plugs also have significantly better safety features. More power, more safety.
Oh, I know British plugs have like a switch on the outlet, which is kind of odd. That's like an extra feature though. It's strictly better. And with more voltage. Does that mean like your phone charges faster in the UK? I didn't know that. I've never heard of that one. Does more voltage mean that people in the UK are like saving hours out of their life when it's all added up? Are people in the UK like saving a couple days of their life and charging their phone? Is this a thing? Could this be a thing?
21. Bathrooms. In America, if someone wants to check if a stall is occupied, they just peek through the gap. Yes. In Britain, this would never work.
Yes, this is so true.
There is no gap.
There's no gaps. What? But then how do you get all uncomfortable when you're sitting on the toilet in public, going to the bathroom? You guys just get to actually use the bathroom in privacy and not worry about people inadvertently or, God forbid, purposefully peeking in between the cracks in the stall. Yeah, maybe there's a picture here. Bathroom stall? Assuming it shows me an American one. Oh, what would be a good example here? Of a bathroom stall with gaps in it. It's kind of hard to see. I don't know. Maybe if I just make this one a little bigger and zoom up. But anyway, where the doors, obviously above and below are open. I'm not sure if that's different in the UK. But literally where the door meets the hinges and where the door shuts, there's usually enormous gaps. It's outrageous. No one understands why. Why do we just let the same company build all of America's bathroom stalls when they can't get the gaps right? There's like... But you can see if anyone's in it or not if you're trying to, like, know if it's in use. But, like, why? That shouldn't even be a thing. Like, why are we being tempted to peek through these things? Because in one scenario, someone is in there, God forbid. And I don't know. It's just this got way too real, way too quick. But I don't know why they went there. But if in the UK the bathroom stalls actually shut with no gaps that you can see through clearly, that is a clear win, clear triumph there. Yes.
20. Roundabouts. The British obsession with these is warranted. Even the Mythbusters showed they were more effective than traffic lights.
Yeah. Americans have no idea what to do at roundabouts. There's a couple roundabouts I've ran into. There was one at a university I went to, so I got very used to how a roundabout works. But I didn't encounter a roundabout in my life till I was like an adult already. It took a long time, and it's very rare to encounter roundabouts in America. But as someone who was forced to get used to one, it's so much better. It's amazing. It's fantastic. I don't know why we don't use them everywhere. I am totally on board with the roundabouts. This is definitely a triumph of the United Kingdom. I agree with this one. They're great. But as long as when you're in America, everyone hopefully understands what to do, because sometimes people kind of spaz out and get a little worried because they've never seen one before. And that's maybe the only drawback, but once you get over those growing pains, if America just started having roundabouts, I feel like we could get a lot more done. If our plugs had a higher voltage and we were charging our phones faster, and we had more roundabouts, think of all the time we could save.
19.
Messing with France. As
What?
the British say, France is a beautiful country. The only downside is that it's filled with the French people. C'est seulement un blog. Nous vous aimons. Allons-y.
What? This is a European thing or something. Like, Americans don't have a funny joke about French people. So, I guess by default, the UK triumphs over messing with France. I never knew about that. Okay. Like a brotherly kind of jab or something. Okay.
18.
Having their flag put on other flags.
Yes.
Even a US state has the Union Jack on it.
Yeah.
Hawaii.
17.
True.
Losing at their own sports. Britain invents soccer, that's why they used to call it that, and then can't win at it. America invents
Ooh.
basketball, and then can't lose at it.
Oh, okay. Wait, this is like backwards. This is like something the UK does more badly. That's the triumph? The UK triumphs at being worse at football and basketball? It's kind of a backwards sort of attack on flipping the table against the UK for one of these. I don't mind it. Give America a little break here. Okay, we're good at basketball. Okay, everything's okay, good.
16.
Cops. On average, American police kill more civilians in 1 month than British police kill in 2 decades.
Ooh. True. He brought out the data. Can you even argue with it? I won't even try with that one.
15.
Electing third-party candidates.
Oh.
Okay, it's not like this happens regularly, but it definitely happens more than never. And that is exactly how often it happens in the US.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't know that. That's pretty awesome, actually. In the United States, if you're a third party, like, good luck. It's wraps. Like, pack it up. Go home. There's no point. Like, everyone knows this. It's not good. Like, it just lowers the diversity of political opinions and opportunity and representation in America. It's not good. So, if the UK elects third-party candidates at all, even a little, that is a triumph, in my opinion. That's very good to hear. So, I agree.
14.
Date format. Smallest to largest. Doesn't that make sense?
Oh, smallest to largest. Is that why it is that way? I thought, well, doesn't it go day, month, year? All right, I'll look it up. UK date format. I'll look it up because I don't even know. Day, month, year. Whereas Americans go month, day, year. I thought that the British English way of writing dates is better because it tells you the day first. This is maybe just a me thing, but I think it's better because you immediately learn the most valuable piece of information, the day. Because everyone's going to know what year it is, hopefully, or you got a lot more worse problems to worry about. Everyone knows the year and the month, and you're probably wondering what the day is. When you're like, what's the date? Or you're looking at a date. So the day is presented to you first, which is the information you're probably looking for. That's my little argument in favor of the way the UK does it. So for different reasons, I agree.
13.
Understating things.
Oh.
During World War II, when Britain was being bombed almost constantly, Churchill referred to it as the unpleasantness. That just about sums it up.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Americans certainly aren't known for understating things. Americans like to exaggerate, like to be big and bombastic, and we might call it confidence, but it's probably just the opposite of humbleness. So I don't know if that's exactly what he's getting at, but I'll go ahead and say that this is true.
12.
Cheaper real food. In the
Oh.
US, only fake food is cheaper.
11,
Yeah. 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 In the US, when you run into like a restaurant that has like normal, healthy-ish food and it's like a low price, like I go berserk. I'm like, this is amazing. Because, yeah, like fast food, all that sort of food that's terrible for you, snack cakes, cookies, candy, that's all super cheap. Fast food, McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, all super cheap. And then like good food is expensive. Like even just food, normal food, like a chicken sandwich somewhere is expensive. Then if you want actual healthy food, organic, fresh, healthy, farm-grown food, that's even more premium and unusual. Like it's absolutely true. Like more so than he's even kind of representing here. So
The metric system. They don't do
Yeah.
it perfectly, but they definitely do it better.
yeah, I've always agreed with this. This is a triumph. The metric system is a triumph, and the fact that America doesn't use it. See, we're introduced to the metric system whenever you take a science class in an American high school or American college. When you take a science course or a lab, you learn the metric system and you do all metric measurements. And for the first time in our lives, we're introduced to it and we're like, what? Wait, everyone else on the world is using this measuring system that makes so much darn sense. It's not even funny how much sense this makes and how easy it is, multiples of 10 and whatnot. And we're the only ones out here measuring in yards and inches for some reason. And it blew my mind when I first learned about this. And ever since, I've been like, yeah, metric system. The fact that the UK uses the metric system in any capacity is a major triumph over the United States. I will stand by that.
10,
Tea. In Britain, teas are small, hot, and lightly sweetened. In the
Yes.
US, they're big, cold, and stuffed with diabetes.
Yeah, it's like the American version of everything has to be, a little bit of sugar, maybe a little more than a little bit between you and me. Yeah, tea in America isn't even tea. It's iced tea, sweet tea. But no one, very, very, very few people drink tea, as I might call it. Tea that you make in a kettle, a pot. You boil it and it whistles, and no one even has a teapot. Like, seriously, that I even know. It's very kind of classic, cultured, like, nice, calming, exotic to Americans. No one in America sits down and is making a pot of tea. That is just not a thing. If you do, you are outside the norm. So, and obviously there's people in America who do that. If they're just into tea, but not many. So, I don't even know what to think of the tea. It's like this enigma that exists in the UK that I just sit back and admire. Like, that's awesome. Like, one day I'm gonna have to try that stuff, That's basically, so maybe it's a triumph that it even exists, I don't know, and doesn't give you, like, health problems, like the kind of tea we have, so it's a triumph.
9,
Playing the villain.
Ooh.
If the bad guy isn't Russian, he's British.
Oh,
8.
okay. I mean, that's kind of cool. Playing the villain. A British villain, a UK villain. Yeah, that is kind of classic. And they always seem more like, I don't know. For Americans, the UK accents just make you sound kind of intelligent. That's kind of a stereotype. Oh, they're very smart. So it makes the villains seem even more capable, which is scary and good for being a villain.
Empire. Even today, the Queen is still the head of state in 15 different countries.
Right.
7,
Right. I kind of learned about all that, the British Empire and how there's still like the existence of lots of countries that are tied to Great Britain and have the flag, the Union Jack on their flag and all that. I didn't know about much of that. So that is actually fascinating, and I guess technically triumph over America because we don't have an empire or anything like that. So, okay, technicality. Okay.
7,
Rolling cheese. Only in Britain will you find a bunch of people chasing cheese down a hill.
I've seen this. I've watched videos of this. The cheese rolling down you chase it down a hill. This is good stuff. We don't have this in America. I'm shocked. Americans would love this. Like, this is entertainment.
Cooper's Hill cheese rolling and wake.
Yeah.
6,
NHS. In the US, people declare bankruptcy because of hospital visits. In the UK, you don't. As a note, the NHS is paid for by taxes, but even then, the US spends over $8,000 per person every year for healthcare, while in the UK, it's only around $3,000.
I'm not even gonna get started on the whole healthcare in America. If you're not America, you are triumphing with the healthcare. Almost every other country in the world is triumphing over America in terms of healthcare and health services. Well, I mean, the actual health, the care, the actual service, the care and treatment and medicine that you get in America is good. It's very good. Some of the best in the world. That's not the issue. It's just health insurance and what's covered. And if you can't get your procedures covered, you're going into massive debt because you're paying all these huge prices for treatment that have been inflated to crazy amounts because of how our system works, and the fact that you might be too worried to call an ambulance because of how much it could cost, or too worried to get your broken arm fixed if you don't have health insurance because of how much it might cost is sickening, quite frankly, that exists at all in America. So I said I wouldn't go on too much about this, but there I went. And UK, without a doubt, triumphs over America in this, and I will proudly say that.
5,
Marketing. Or rather, the lack of it.
Oh.
In America, they actually stop live sporting events for the sake of adverts.
Yeah.
And let's not get started on infomercials or medication advertisements.
Wait, you don't stop sporting events in the UK for advertisements, for commercials, for adverts? The sporting event just keeps going with no interruptions? Is that true? Wait, is that true? Now that's kind of blowing my mind. That is such a part of American culture, American TV, American streaming. It's second nature. There's so much marketing and adverts everywhere. You don't even notice it anymore. It's second nature that there's going to be some kind of ad, for sure. So I think America probably has some of the most on the planet. So yeah, UK probably triumphs America in this one because America is probably one of the most marketed places to live. Like, if you live in America, there is adverts everywhere, all the time, nonstop. That's true.
4,
Keeping calm.
Ooh.
Just check the news coverage of Ebola. In the US, you would think the world was ending. In the UK, it was just another news story.
Really? Yeah, I mean, it's hard when you live in America because America doesn't like to report much on the affairs of other nations a lot of the time, unless it's a real scoop and it has to be clickbaity. Otherwise, they don't talk about, the UK's response to Ebola. So I didn't know anything about that. I would be willing to admit that the UK is better at keeping calm. Americans aren't necessarily known for that.
3,
Taxes.
Huh.
For the Americans out there, in Britain you have PAYE. It's how the government collects taxes, and it's incredibly convenient. As an employee, you don't have to fill out a single form. Ever. In the US, the IRS could implement this system as well, but the tax industry is a huge lobby, so don't expect to stop filling out W-2 forms or 1099 forms anytime soon.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Doing taxes in America is such a headache. And he's right, there's a whole industry around it. Hiring tax accountants to do your taxes for you. That's a job. That's a whole industry, probably a huge industry. It almost seems like in America they try to make doing your taxes complicated on purpose. there's a joke about it where it's like you're talking to the United States IRS, like the people who calculate all the taxes you owe, and you're like, so you know how much I owe in taxes? And they're like, yeah. You right down to the last penny. Yeah, we know. But you can't tell me how much I owe. No, we can't. And I need to calculate how much I owe exactly, or I'm going to get in trouble and get fined or go to prison if I don't calculate how much taxes I need to pay. And they're like, yep, that's right. But you won't tell me how much. No. So it's like so crazy, like how much paperwork and math you have to do. That's why a lot of people they hire someone to do it for them. It almost seems like it's on purpose at times, I tell you.
2.
News. The BBC. Need I say more? As a note, the US has NPR, but nobody listens to that. It's not sensational enough. Let's get some CNN and Fox up in here.
Yeah, American news has like, especially the longer that the internet has existed, it's just like become, how many people can you get to click your article or click your news video, and how clickbaity can we make the title, because that directly translates into advertising revenue. So news agencies are just incentivized to like put the most degenerate, like mind-numbing stuff up there that they think you'll click. Stuff that makes you mad or sad or angry or whatever. Yeah, that's American news. I'm willing to bet you that anything, especially in the UK, would be an improvement.
1.
Faster internet. Dear America, you invented this thing. Why does Mount Everest have faster internet than you?
What? Why is there faster internet? Why is there faster internet in the UK? What? Is this true? Is there like a reason for it? Or can I look it up? Or why is internet better in the UK? Is this a thing? This one says, why is internet slower? Oh wait, the UK internet speeds are faster. Okay. According to figures, UK ranks 16th for internet speed. Why? Why? They don't say why, but they say it is faster. Huh, okay. That's a major triumph, by the way. I would kill for faster internet.
Enjoying our lists?
Oh, that's it. That is it. Okay. Wow, they really got me with that last one, the faster internet. That got me. Anyway, I enjoyed this. I don't mind learning about stuff the UK does better, or excuse me, triumphs over America with, because many of these really are triumphs, like much better, how many of these things are done. Except that one thing in here that was like, the UK is better at being worse at sports. But other than that, this was good. This video was by List25, and I liked it. I liked it quite a bit. I don't mind doing a little self-reflection for America as an American, learning about the things we could improve on. It's how you get better, learning about what other countries do better than you. And it doesn't surprise me that there are 25 areas the UK does better in, and we could certainly learn something from this. So for those reasons, I tried to approach this from a lighthearted point of view, and I enjoyed it. I did. It was fascinating. Anyway, if you enjoyed this as well, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to the UK and UK culture and stuff in the UK I have never seen before or learned about before, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thank you for watching, and see you next time.